Okay, this is going to be video number 2. The last video I made was talking about Cannas bulbs and how it was too cold of weather and you got to get them up after the frost and bring them in and dry them. So that's what this video is going to be. Okay, as you can see, like I talked about, I had about 6 or 7 bulbs. On the last video I said 7, sometimes I said 6. So it's between 6 and 7 bulbs that I had. Cannas bulbs, you can see all the bulbs I have now. Quite a few flats, at least about 8 flats. I had more than this, but I gave some to my neighbor, swapped some for some naked lady bulbs. So I got them inside drying because it's still cold outside right now. So take a look, you see how they're starting to brown up. And that's how they're supposed to be looking for them to prevent them from rotting, and I hope this is going to work out. Okay, as you can see, those are all the bulbs that are still drying and cutting. These are all the leftovers, the top pieces that I cut off in the ground if you watched the first video. This is just all the dried stuff, the dirt. A few of the ones that I got with the shovel. These are the tops. We call them Cannas bulbs, but they're actually a rhizome. And what it is it grows tubular out of the ground like this, and these are all bulbs that need to be broke up. So as you can probably see here in the background, I have all these all cut up into little pieces now, and they've been drying for a week, and I got quite a few of them out of just the 6 or 7 or so that I planted this spring, which is normal for Cannases. They give off quite a few. So you let them dry. That's kind of what they look like when they're dried out. These are the fresh cut pieces where they've been divided off. All the dirt removed. Leave the roots on, or you can take the roots off if you want to. As long as they have a cone where it's going to come through. There's another one right there. Another one's just a little bit smaller one. This is one of the bigger ones. You can still see it's got 3 off of there, and it's the fresh cut. It'll harden over. So that's why I don't have them in sawdust yet. And that's how I'm going to store mine. Just put them in sawdust, put them in a brown paper bag, or put them in an aerated bag so they're air. You want to keep them down about 50 degrees when you store. So we're going to select this big one so that I can show you how to divide it and cut it on camera. I did all the rest of those already to get to this part. So you get this big clob of mess when you pull it out of the ground, all these bulbs, how to cut them. For me, I just used a plain old kitchen serrating knife. Something sharp, I suppose, if you had a gardening tool that can cut them. But if you got a good clean cut, get in there and pry at it. I like this stainless steel sharp serrated knife, so be careful, don't cut toward yourself. Okay, so I got my sharp butcher knife. And I got the Cannas bulbs, tubular. You can see I got all these back here that I've already pre-cut. I'm going to cut them out because I'm dry for a day or two. So I did all these already, and I'm saving this one so I can show you how to break it up. So you want to start by seeing where the dirt is. Get all this dirt out. Okay, then right here you can see that's a little bit loose, so we're going with the knife and go ahead and cut. That piece. See how it's separated all those already. You're just going to take your dirt, knock all your dirt off, like I was saying before. And then right there's another good spot to break it and cut it. See how you still got the roots, you still got some of the, where it's going to come up out of the ground. There's plenty big enough root. And that's all you do to divide it. Now you can cut this again if you want to. I'm going to leave it. I get a 3-prong piece. Like that. Okay? So, put that aside so you can see what you do with these bigger ones here. Same thing, basically right there's a soft spot or where it's connected. Cut off good. Break away from the other one. Those are pretty much just tangle in their roots because they like being all nice and tight in there together. So then some people like to leave this on there. I cut mine way down top part, cut it off because it's going to sit there just be dry, and there's nothing nothing grows out of that. And there again, there's all the dirt. Knock all the dirt off. And I could probably cut this one. Looks like right about there, from where the knuckle is. See how easy that was, a little piecework. Clean broken, and I got 2 more out of that. That's all there is to cutting those. And then you set them aside and let them dry. Ideally, you want to let them dry outside in the sun for 3 or 4 days, out of the rain and all that. But here it got too cold, too fast. We got winter weather in before fall was even here. So I'll pull those to the side. Okay, so now you got all your dry pieces that look all nice and dry. You don't want these hard as rock. You still want them to look nice and pinkish and be, you don't want them too dried out. For me, you can get a little paper bag, or you don't want a Ziploc bag. You want them open and air out. Either you can use old potting mix if you got old potting soil, or you want to use sawdust. Put some sawdust in your bag. I'm just going to do this little bag just to show you. Put your sawdust in. Put your 2 or 3 balls in here if you only had a couple balls. I got a lot of them, so I'm going to use a big cardboard box with mine. Just pour some more in. 2 balls if you want to do it. Air it out, it's nice and aired out. Dry it up. And there's your Cannas bulbs. There's your sawdust in there, like that with your Cannas. That's how it looks. Okay, that concludes the second video on how to store your bulbs in the winter. I just want to add to make sure that you store them at 50 degrees in your basement or garage, or if you got a workshop that doesn't get down to freezing. You want to keep them around 50 degrees. I wouldn't go any colder than 40. And that's it. Thanks a lot. I hope you liked this video. If you didn't like the video, or if you have extra comments, go ahead and post them below.